The Terminal List has been one of the hottest things on streaming over the past several weeks. And once again, Chris Pratt is winning while the woke critics are losing. Because as much as they tried to stop it, as much as they tried to slander this show, it doesn't matter. And I thought this headline was hilarious. The Terminal List. Critics think this Amazon show is right-wing trash, but the fans love it. And it's absolutely true. We saw what the critics tried to do from this show from the very beginning. They tried to label it essentially like right-wing extremism. They tried to label it as blah. It's not, oh, this isn't the type of thing that we need in entertainment right now. It doesn't even have any type of narrative or message. That's almost like it's the reason why it's at 94% fan rating, the audience score, because almost far and wide, if people have watched The Terminal List, they probably like it a lot. And it's great to see people like Jack Carr blasting these people. Jack Carr is the author of the Terminal List book series, and he obviously was there every step along the way while they made this series for Amazon with Chris Pratt. We did not make the Terminal List for film critics. We made it for those in the arena. Enjoy the ride. And of course, as we talked about before, Chris Pratt told us it was the number one thing on Amazon Prime, despite the fact that they're in the middle of season 3 of The Boys. You know, this was in the lead up to the season finale of The Boys, but the Terminal List was the top streaming thing on Amazon. That is massive. And he even went on Tucker Carlson to basically say, you know what, these critics, they're just triggered by our show. Terminal List author responds to negative reviews of Chris Pratt's series, says critics are triggered by the show. Jack Carr, former Navy SEAL, whose novel was published in 2018 or 2017. I thought it was 17, but it very well could be 18 if that's what Hollywood Reporter is saying. When asked for his take, Carr seemed to suggest that politics is to blame. It falls right in line with everything I understand about the current culture and climate in America right now. It seems to have triggered quite a few of those critics. The 95% viewer rating, audience rating makes it all worth it. We didn't do it for the critics. We made it for those in the arena. We made it for the soldier, sailor, airman, marine that went downrange to Iraq and Afghanistan so they could sit on the couch and say, hey, these guys put in the work. They put in the effort to make something special and make a show that speaks to them. And one of the most insane things was like the Daily Beast that said it's an unhinged right-wing revenge fantasy. And in his interview with Tucker, like Jack Carr rightly says, we didn't even mention like political parties. They didn't mention conservative, liberal, Republican. They didn't do any of that stuff. The only reason these people want to say something is right wing is because one, it might portray some people in the military in a positive light. And two, it might portray patriotism as a positive thing. I guess those might just be right wing extremism now to so many of these woke critics. But it is great to see Chris Pratt continue to succeed and him to thank the fans and thank everybody that made this made this happen. Thank you for letting us make the show we wanted to make. Thanks to all who helped us get there. If you haven't seen the Terminal List, check it out. And when it first released, he put out this with so many of these guys who were part of the show are former special operators, former Navy SEALs, producers, directors, the writer himself, Jack Carr, was on set when they shot this sequence. This is how you should be making entertainment. We need more entertainment like the Terminal List that doesn't have an agenda. That doesn't have an agenda to sit there and force down your throat. All they want to do is entertain people. And that's exactly what they've done with the Terminal List. The audience loves it, and they are continuing to make the woke critics cry. Thanks for watching, everyone. And a huge shout out to my patrons. I appreciate you guys so much. Want to follow me on Twitter or Instagram? Check out the description below. You'll find links to my P.O. box and my Patreon as well. And I'll talk to you guys later.